Hey, what's up? It's Thomas. Today I'm very excited to show you through our brand new plugin. It's called Graphene. It's a custom designed amplifier with two unique channels, blue and purple, and it's ultra responsive and feels incredible to play. It covers everything from tight, progressive riffs through to modern scooped aggression. And there's some brand new effects here too to take things even further. XPlode Plus gives you expressive pitch control, KillGate lets you pull off those impossible sounding riffs, and Octane adds multi-layer distortion and an octaver to really fuel your tone. Graphene's also available in the Heavy Elements bundle, which pairs Graphene and Nutcracker together for the ultimate heavy collection. If you already own Nutcracker, you can upgrade to the bundle at a special price through the user area on our website. We also have a special intro price on Graphene on the website too, so you can check that out there. Let's jump in. Need a pick? And let's go. Okay, so this is the first thing that you're going to see when you load Graphene. This is just the default preset. There's nothing fancy going on. It's just the sound of the amplifier going into the default cab. Now if we switch over to the purple channel, now stacking some really dissonance low notes together there, and it's really interesting because the blue and purple channel, they feel very different, and that's because the internal configurations and the tubes and the valves and all the power amp, they're actually set up very differently between the blue and purple channels. So it'll be really interesting for you guys to see what works for certain riffs and solos. And yeah, my favorite keeps changing all the time, but it's really cool to have that difference in feel, not just tone. So down here is your navigation, and on the first page you're going to see all of your pre-effects. Now I'm going to come back to this because there's some really, really cool new effects that I think you're going to love here. We have 10 unique fully produced speaker chains. What's really cool is obviously we have speaker voice edit, so this really stops you having to go on that full mission of IR hunting and trying to find the perfect speaker for a song idea or a riff, because you can customize the voice of the speaker. Also in the speaker section is resonance, air, and you can also introduce some natural room ambience. Really gives you that amp in a room feeling. And then we have the low and high cut. Moving on to the third nav icon, we have shape EQ and mastering EQ. Now the great thing with that shape EQ is we do have that pre and post switch. people still do this, where they have like an old 7-band EQ, and they like to dial in like a really mid-focus sort of boost pedal. And when you put the shape EQ on that position, pre-position, you can use it in that way. And I know a lot of people really like that in some of our other plugins, so obviously we had to include that here. But if you want to just use it in the post position as a sort of shape, final tone shaper, obviously you can do that as well. Mastering EQ arguably is just a little bit more gentle for adding those finishing touches, but whatever works for you, that's what it's all about. So let's turn those off for now and go to our fourth page here, which has multi-mod, delay, and reverb. Now, multi-mod also has a pre-post switch. So if we go in pre, again, it's like putting in stomp mode, where if it's post, we get that very big stereo, wide studio type of chorus. Let's try the phaser. And delay has 3 different modes as well, going from standard, ping pong. But pong's probably my favorite delay. I like it the most. Just it's a little bit easier to get the delay out of the way. Now, speaking of getting the delay out of the way, we also have ducking, which I think is great as well, because it literally ducks the delay as you play. It feels just great to play, but you did hear the delay kind of getting out of the way whilst I was playing, and I would highly suggest playing around with the ducking and the filtering so you can make that delay just a little bit more subtle. And yeah, super cool. Reverb is up next, so we have a beautiful algorithm in there which just sounds fantastic. Very rich, really, really cool. You can shape it, but I wanted you to be able to choose in the stereo field where that reverb sits. So with diffusion now, it does a bunch of different things with the reverb, but it also shapes that mono to stereo depth. So if I hit it right on the left here, it's very mono. You might want it really stereo. All right, let's jump into some real fun stuff here, starting with XPlode Plus on the bottom left here. So if I turn that guy on, I have it assigned to my expression pedal on the floor. Now it does feel a little bit weird because, as you can see, my left foot is on the expression pedal. It feels like I'm driving the car with the left foot on the brake. It's very weird. Where XPlode gets real fun is these new effects buttons. So for example, if I just turn on the filter and I sweep in, I could go in from real high. So fun. Now I could do that in blended mode, so if I wanted to have the original audio and the unaffected audio together, it gets even more fun. If I turn on the stutter mode, as I get to the bottom, I get the pitch down signal without the stutter. Let me show you that. Oh, that is cool. But it gets even more fun. So if we turn the pitch off, for example, we just use the stutter. Let's add the reverb to that. Go high. So really cool for like breaks and ends of songs and stuff like that. One thing I like to do is to use just the reverb. If I put some gain on here, and I like to use it as a solo accent. You know, you could jump right into the -12 on blend. It becomes a really, really great octaver. Maybe turn the reverb off. So what we have is a boost, which is a separate amplifier circuit, and then we have chaos, which is another distortion within itself, and then we have this filter, and all three of those parameters really interact with each other in a really cool way. And then sandwiched between those guys, we have an octaver. So normally with an octaver, you might put that up front, but the way that Octane is configured, it's like the octaver is between all of the drive states. So you get this really interesting, very harmonically rich, aggressive type of effect. Because it has so much gain, it's very difficult to control. And this is where KillGate comes in, because it gives you that control back, and they work so good together. I can tell on the strings there's a lot of gain. Even though I have a gate on here in the global settings, I need something a little bit more. So let's turn on KillGate. You hear that sort of roar coming in. Let's put a beat on. As a guitarist, it really gives you the confidence to play with a lot more distortion than you would usually use. So you could then start to think about interesting tapping riffs, because as soon as you move away from the fret, there's no chaos. Like if I turn KillGate off, it's all that chatter, it's all the stuff that really just sounds messy, and it's very difficult to remove that stuff because we've got so much gain on. So anytime you do a slight move, it's going to be absolute chaos. So KillGate is just incredible at allowing you to come up with new riffs based on the amount of sort of start-stops you can have. It doesn't need to be like wild gain as well. Like if we go to just drive here, let's crank that gain up. Right there, if I didn't have KillGate on, put that KillGate on. it's so good. But what happens as well is it allows you to still solo. And it allows a lot of your notes to ring out, but when you start moving away from your strings, it's like it's got you. And all of these drive pedals feel very different to each other. I'm actually going to leave KillGate on. So if I go to Octane, let's just calm it down a little bit. Yeah, so it's really nice to have different textures and different feels, and when you combine that with the blue and purple channel, you can get a lot of different tones from Graphene, and that's really, really cool. So let's jump over to, oh, sorry, wrong button. Let's jump over to the pedal board here, and I have some of my favorite live stream tones kind of ready to go here. So this first one is a preset called Molten. Feels great, you know, that's the real thing I'm looking for when I'm looking to be inspired by tones, is how does it respond, how does it feel, and how does it make me feel as a guitarist? Yeah, really, really cool. All right, here's another preset called Chugs. We have our latest version of Hypertune included in Graphene, and I think you're gonna absolutely love how that feels as well. So here we have a preset called Middle Out. Now if we go even lower, I think I have a preset saved which I really, really like, Code 7. Oh yeah. Cool. Some lead stuff. Monster Stream. And this is another way that I really, really like to use XPlode Plus, and it's to give that expression to your leads. Just so cool. Yeah, you know the deal. So there we go, guys. That's a little bit about Graphene. It feels incredible to play and it's so fun. It's out now, so check it out for yourself. And remember, if you own Nutcracker, you can also upgrade to the Heavy Elements bundle. And if you don't have either of those plugins yet, now is a great time to check out the bundles and intro offers that's on our website. So enjoy, have a great day, and I'll see you back here real soon. Cheers.